Good afternoon and good evening to each of you from Amsterdam. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today. Analysts, investors, journalists, industry partners, and of course, Stellantis colleagues. I am grateful you are here. Before we start, let me state that at this moment, our thoughts and prayers go to our 71 Ukrainian colleagues, their families and friends. Personally, and on behalf of Stellantis, I would like to share with you my deep personal concern for the serious situation our colleagues are facing. The safety of our teams is always our number one priority. We have set up a dedicated team to support and help them. Last night, we were in touch with all 71 of our colleagues. At this moment, we cannot reach 3 of them, but we continue our outreach and support. In what is a rapidly evolving situation, we continue to monitor the health and safety of our teams. At Stellantis, we condemn all kinds of violence and aggression. Wherever the business consequence, Stellantis will apply all of the sanctions decided. We will always be compliant, global and diverse, with our 170 nationalities. We are about creating better lives, more freedom of mobility, and leveraging diversity as a powerful tool for long-lasting peace. Stepping back, we believe that fragmentation, the opposite of globalization, can lead to chaotic times. In this context, we have decided to set up a dedicated fund to help support refugees of the crisis in Ukraine. Because we hope that the situation will come back to reason, we are proud to present to you our long-term strategic plan that will contribute to our sustainable, future, clean, safe, and affordable mobility for all.
At Stellantis, we see a world in transition where 5 megatrends are converging to define a new era of mobility. In 2030, climate change will shape nearly every aspect of the world's 8.5 billion citizens. Today, 64% of people in 50 countries believe climate change is a global emergency. The vast majority of people are eager for a sustainable way of life. 73% of customers want their mobility choices to lower CO2 emissions. The world is making its energy transition. By 2030, the world is projected to have 43 megacities, each with more than 10 million people. These megacities will have a tremendous impact on how we transport goods and people, creating more and more diverse mobility patterns beyond today's traditional vehicle ownership. In the past 4 years, digital ride-hailing users has doubled. Digitalization and software are also transforming the customer experience. More than 70% of vehicles on the US and European roads will be connected by 2030, providing enhanced safety tech, automated features, entertainment, and always-on upgrades. As fragmentation increases in today's polycultural era, from technology to regulations to social paradigms, new customer groups are increasingly giving way to a greater market segmentation. 42% of today's leaders now expect constant volatility for the next 3 years. As uncertainty grows, resiliency, agility, innovation, and efficiency are required now more than ever to seize every opportunity. At Stellantis, we have embraced these 5 trends, daring to change course and boldly head in a new direction.
John, are you ready to face this future?
Yes, we are ready. We are in a foundational moment at Stellantis. We just celebrated our first anniversary with strong results and a solid balance sheet. We are 300,000 from 170 nationalities, working in 130 countries, 14 brands, 100 products, ranging from the inclusive Citroën Ami to the high-performing Maserati MC20. More importantly, we have the spirit, the creativity, the ingenuity for the pioneering times our industry is living.
And how will we achieve it?
Working together, respecting our colleagues, our customers, our shareholders, our communities, and our planet. Today, we commit to an ambitious plan to carbon neutrality, which will determine what we do and how we do it. Powered by our diversity, we lead the way the world moves.
Today marks a big day. Stellantis' first long-term strategic plan. It has been just over a year since Stellantis was created, an extraordinary first year for all of us. No doubt that it has been the most intensive time in my 40 years career. Together with the leadership team, we successfully managed intense headwinds with record financial results. Net revenues up 14%, adjusted operating income nearly doubled year over year, net profit nearly tripled year over year, and strong synergies, execution with results above expectations. At the same time, we set the foundation of Stellantis aiming for greatness, launching more than 10 new products, which further strengthen our portfolio of 39 low-emission vehicles. I have also had the great opportunity to visit 12 countries and nearly 30 manufacturing sites, connecting with colleagues, hearing their ideas, and having meaningful exchanges about the future of Stellantis. I can testify to the extraordinary energy and enthusiasm around our company for building something truly unique. I deeply treasure the privilege I have to serve Stellantis as the CEO, fully conscious of the value that we can bring to the society in which we operate. The word "we" is very important, and one of the most important things we did in our first month together was to define our purpose, our reason for existing, the guiding light for myself and everyone else who is contributing to Stellantis' growth. As John shared, powered by our diversity, we lead the way the world moves, grounded in 4 key values, with the customer at the center of everything we do, while agility and innovation constantly move the limits of the possible, holding close our collective pledge to make a positive difference, not only for our company, but for all our people, our communities, and our planet too, and harnessing the powerful energy that comes from winning together. Setting our purpose and 4 core values was key to bringing 2 companies together, both with deep roots and highly talented individuals. We are pushing every boundary. I'm grateful to every Stellantis employee for their daily contributions to building our common community and achieving greatness. Before we get into the plan, I want to share with you, in the name of all Stellantis employees, our commitment to our collective future. Stellantis will lead the automotive industry and achieve carbon net zero by 2038, from well to wheel and throughout the entire supply chain. We know we can be part of the solution, and we are ready to do our part in protecting humans from the negative effects we are already seeing from climate change. This is our promise to society. reaching the carbon net zero objective by 2038 is a daring challenge. A daring challenge we are proud to lead. I'll share more later on how we'll get there. It's with this commitment in mind that I introduce to you Dare Forward 2030. Dare Forward 2030 has embarked 14 strategic task teams, gathering around 300 cross-functional team members spanning our regions, functions, and brands. The plan will take Stellantis from its first year and move us into a sustainable mobility tech company. It is our blueprint. It is about how Stellantis will engineer the future of mobility and take bold steps every day with an entrepreneurial spirit to create a new era of mobility. Dare Forward 2030 also paves the way for Stellantis' ambition to be second to none in value creation for all stakeholders. The plan focuses on how Stellantis will thrive through the decade, where the first 3 years until 2024 are our commitment, the second 3 years until 2027 are our objectives, and the remaining 3 years are our direction. Unless otherwise noted, the targets I will talk about are related to 2030. It is clear we are living in a world where freedom of mobility is at risk. And all of us at Stellantis are working every day to provide cutting-edge freedom of mobility. This plan is the start of Stellantis' greatness and our first imprint on the future. So let's dive in. Dare Forward was built to achieve 4 core targets by 2030. 1, slashing our carbon emissions in half by 2030 on the path to achieving carbon net zero in 2038. 2, setting the course for 100% BEV sales in Europe and 50% in the United States. 3, achieving number 1 position in customer experience. And 4, doubling revenue while transforming our business models and sustaining double-digit operating margin throughout the entire plan. To achieve these targets, we have organized ourselves around an holistic plan.